Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Monday night. Before I go to bed, before I have to get up for school tomorrow, I thought it'd be fun to do a video game review for the video game section of the Noel Comics YouTube channel. You know, when I was in 7th grade, I was all about the Sega Saturn, meaning, you know, I played games like Fighting Vipers, Nights into Dreams, World Series Baseball, Sonic 3D Blast. But, you know, on the other side, there was the Sony PlayStation, and one of the really big launch titles for the Sony PlayStation that I always remembered hearing about when I was in, 6th grade was Mortal Kombat 3. And years later, when I was in college, I finally got Mortal Kombat 3 on the Sony PlayStation. This is the Vanilla Edition. This was when it was an exclusive on the PlayStation for a brief period. We're going to review that today. If you like Mortal Kombat Trilogy, if you like Mortal Kombat 2, if you like PlayStation having like really nice, crisp, digitized graphics, if you like 2D Mortal Kombat, this will be the game for you. So without further ado, let's retire to the professional video monitor and venture into the world of Mortal Kombat on the Sony PlayStation. Here we go. Boot up our old friend, the PlayStation here. Turn the darkness down. Turn the contrast up. And the reason I'm booting this from the start menu here is because, much like the Sega Genesis version, where there was a text screen at the beginning where you could punch in a code, we're going to do the same thing here, where we do a little thing. That did it. I'm going to turn the brightness up a little bit more, though. There we go. Oh, Raiden, will you ever learn? There's our code screen. Get some free play, get some smoke, get some level select. And we'll crank the difficulty all the way down because, you know, Mortal Kombat is notorious for cheap boss fights as the game progresses here. And we see our new and improved roster of characters here. I'm going to be Smoke. Let's try that one out. So this game is interesting because this was happening at the time when Daniel Pesina, the actor of Johnny Cage and the iconic Ninjas, had his falling out with Midway. So, you know, all his characters were basically scrubbed out of the sequel of Mortal Kombat. So instead of Godfrey Ho ninjas, we got, you know, ninjas that look like they're from the Predator here. And Johnny Cage is killed off, and so it's kind of weird. Now, he comes back. Now, they brought back these characters in Mortal Kombat Trilogy and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 with, you know, new actors, but you know, this is definitely, you know, kind of got the almost kind of like an anti-Daniel Pesina vibe, I guess you could say. Maybe I'm not correct, but so Smoke here is as close as we're going to get to Scorpion. This game does have some very nice imagery at the opening. Lots of images about, you know, Shao Kahn and Sindel and, you know, New York City getting attacked. Carrie Hoskins, I believe is her name. She plays Sonya in this game. She's a Playboy Bunny cheerleader that was a model for NBA Jam. Well, I mean, she was a Playboy Bunny who played a cheerleader in NBA Jam. So, there you go. She was also in that Aerosmith game that Acclaim did, or Midway did. I get them mixed up sometimes. Acclaim was Midway's, they tended to publish Midway's arcade games at home in the 90s. So, you know, right here, you can see the digitized graphics are just phenomenal for the time, and just in general. This is absolutely my favorite look for Mortal Kombat here. You know, Mortal Kombat's gameplay was always much more jerky than Street Fighter. Street Fighter's gameplay was always very fluid. But Mortal Kombat's gameplay did definitely work. You just had to know how to time your attacks, what combos to punch in. There was some, you know, Street Fighter style moves too, but it was a little more, they'd call it like dial a combo, where you'd be punching in buttons rather than having like a smooth flowing movement of the D-padded buttons here. I always thought that this Sonya in particular was quite the looker. You can follow her on Instagram. Liz Malecki was cool too. There we go. I sadly don't really know any finish moves outside of the first Mortal Kombat on the Sega Genesis in arcade, so. This game is really fun until you start getting to the bosses, and then that's when the, you know, questioning your life starts. You know, why is this happening to me? Why is this game being so cheap? So on and so forth. Here's Jax with his new and improved Colossus arms. Smoke looking like Seymour Skinner's kitchen when he's trying to make steamed hams here. Egads, my roast is ruined. Incidentally, I was watching The Simpsons on my VHS tapes when this game was out, so. Ah, Jax. Darn you. So, you know, this game really is kind of like the Street Fighter 2 of the whole, you know, Mortal Kombat trilogy, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. This is the vanilla, this is the basement level. And, you know, and it's got a certain kind of energy, you know, to it. It's exciting, it's new, it's got crisp graphics. And, you know, I never really felt like Mortal Kombat ever recovered aesthetically after this period. Because, you know, Mortal Kombat 4 was interesting just because, okay, they did 3D just to say they could do it in 3D. But, you know, this really was what made Mortal Kombat special, the digitized actors. And once it lost this, it just became another fighting game in terms of, you know, and in particular, it wasn't even that, it was good, but it wasn't, like, great, you know. Mortal Kombat was always more style over substance, and what really gave it the style was the digitized actors. And, you know, once they lost that, it just, you know, never quite the same. Kano is a, you know, he's a bold pioneer for bald men. Kojak, Kano, Hulk Hogan, Patrick Stewart. All great inspirations for the bald community. Richard DeVizio went on to go play. What did he play? Quan Chi in the Sub-Zero spinoff. Ah, come on. Obviously, the higher you work up the ladder, the more difficult things get, and that's no fun. I do highly recommend free play, though. Let's try some Liu Kang here. You can also choose my level. I like the temple. I like that church level here. What's really weird is that Sub-Zero is like a white guy in this game, but in the closing credits to Mortal Kombat 2, he was Asian. I don't know. Maybe he just combed his hair a little differently. Really just makes everything look different. Ah, I got him. You go, Liu Kang. These games are always good if you jump kicked a lot. There we go. we get to fight Glacier, one of my favorite WCW superstars. Seriously, everybody always acted like Glacier was stupid. Glacier was awesome. And Glacier really got his look from Mortal Kombat 3 Sub-Zero. Except Glacier looked cooler because he had the spiky hair. Glacier's beating the crap out of me here in front of Ed Boon's grave. And Johnny Cage's grave, sadly. But he'll be back. Oh, Sub-Zero. Will you stop being so difficult? So, this game was noted for a couple things, too, gameplay-wise, that differentiate it from Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. It's got the run command. It's got, more combos you can do. I've never been good at the combos. I just always played this game like Mortal Kombat 1. Which will explain why I'm losing at it right now. But let's go back to Smoke. That seems to be working for me until it's not. Motaro, the evil centaur, is super annoying. And I have beaten this game, but I haven't done it recently, so I'm not really expecting much to happen on this review other than just to have us get a feel for the gameplay and analyze it. Again, I love, for a darker game like Mortal Kombat, I think it really helps to have these, nice, vivid colors. Everything's just very crisp and stands out and balances out the darker themes of the game with some really beautiful, vibrant stuff. Nice details on the background, which you can really, really see on this monitor. I don't know if you can see it at home, because we're taping the monitor, but it looks great. I can tell you that. Come on. There we go. Now, if we are fortunate enough to get to Shao Kahn, then my go-to is to just go to Liu Kang and spam his low fireball and hope for the best. But we're almost certainly going to lose here, so. Ow, my head. Stop punching me. It's funny, when I play Mortal Kombat Trilogy, I would usually, on PlayStation, I would usually play as Motaro, just to cheap my way through the game. Doing similar things to what he's doing now. Ah! This is a great monitor. It does not get along with the camera phone, the phone camera, I should say, as well as some of the other monitors do, though. Oh, I almost had him. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's try Liu Kang again. Now, literally, nothing works on Motaro. You just gotta jump kick him and dodge his punches here. No, this is going objectively worse now, isn't it? Ah, it's no good for anyone now, is it? Playing Mortal Kombat, waiting for a Mike Tyson fight. It's going to be fighting this weekend. Really makes me feel like I'm in 7th grade. In fact, I had the same level of beard when I was in 7th grade, so it's a real easy transition, I could have shaved my head in 7th grade. I probably would have looked a little better, so. Not that there's anything wrong with an Italian afro. because that's great too. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm so close. He's on danger. It's like the computer's just like screwing with me. All right, we're going to give Motaro one more time. And if we lose, that's going to be the end of the review. If we, by some miracle, win, then we'll go on to Shao Kahn and, you know, just drag this out even worse. Let's, you know what? This is probably going to be not wise, but I'm going to go with my girl Sonya here. Always caught my eye as a elementary school student. Plus, it's Veterans Day. She's a veteran. We'll respect our veterans. Oh, come on, Motaro. She served this country valiantly in, you know, the war on high prices. That's how she was able to afford that really cool spandex. Well, that's no good. We're getting there, though. But, I mean, it's okay, so if we don't get through this here, but you can kind of see, like, once you get to the bosses, it's, you know, basically a game of attrition, and, you know, they always make you, Midway always makes you earn your keep when it comes to the bosses here. But, yeah, so that's Mortal Kombat 3 on the Sony PlayStation. Wonderful game for the whole family. If your family involves, you know, 7th grade boys, both mentally and physically in the mid-90s. But, yeah, it's a good game. If you liked the other Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, this is where it all started. So check it out. The PlayStation version is the most iconic version in my opinion, so it's definitely worth picking up and seeking out. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give Mortal Kombat 3 for the Sony PlayStation a 3,000. It's good stuff. Until next time, guys, my name is Noel. You take care, and I'll see you in the very near future. Bye-bye.